Welcome back to Bloodstock TV, guys. We are sitting here with the guys from BAEST. How are you guys?
Very good.
Amazing performance today.
Thanks,
Open on the main stage there in front of the glorious sunshine.
Yeah,
it's a hot one.
Absolutely.
And surprisingly many people.
Yeah. Yes, they were up early this
they
morning.
Were
I think
still
they were
drunk,
cooking in their tents because it's like very, very hot here today. Okay, so look, we'll just get into things. I've known about you guys for a while. The name has been more and more people. It's on people's lips for sure. I wanted to talk to you about the latest EP. Am I pronouncing it right by saying Justitia?
Justitia.
Justitia. Okay, right. Forgive me. So, was because of the lockdown? Did that come out of that, or was it kind of leftover tracks from the Necro Sapien sessions?
It wasn't really leftover tracks. It was actually because the vibe.
Other than obviously Genesis is that's on there as well.
But the vibe and the energy after recording Necro Sapiens was really great, and we just went back into the rehearsal space and kept on writing.
So we had more energy.
Yeah,
it just felt, it came like a flow, you know.
So you just hit a rich vein, as they say.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just flowed. And the EP, there's Sven is there from Aborted.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Trevor, obviously, God rest his soul, from Black Dahlia Murder.
I feel lucky.
Who passed away. I mean, we'll address that in a second, but how did that come about with the guys coming in on the EP? Was it something that you had thought about after you'd written the tracks, or were the vocals already recorded and said, you know what, let's just get these guys in, or what way did that come down?
We wanted to do some features because an EP is kind of a more open media than a full length.
Yeah.
An EP can be more experimental, and that's why we knew Sven from touring with Aborted and Entombed just before LG died as well. Rest in peace, LG. We asked the guys and they were onto it. I remember Trevor responding like it's a bit crazy doing vocals from a guy who sounds more like you than himself, you know.
Yeah,
so Simon did some Q tracks pretending to be Trevor, and it was amazing, and Trevor was like, wow.
Now that things are how they are, we really feel lucky that he has done something with us. It's a weird.
It's an honor.
It's an honor, and you. It's a humble feeling.
I was gonna say, like, are there any particular standout memories you have of working with him?
I remember hearing his vocals for the first time in the studio.
Yeah.
Everyone just was floored. It sounded so perfect, and it really added an extra element to the song that we didn't have. We knew the song because we wrote it, and it came back better, you know. And it also did with Sven from Aborted, but we knew the guy, and we knew he would perform, and it was great.
It's my greatest memory with him, and probably one of my only memories with him, because we only met him a couple of times in real life, but was at Summer Breeze in 2018, I believe, where, you know, we of course Black Dahlia was playing, and we're like, okay, let's give him a CD, and I gave him, said hi, and they were so polite, and he was like, it's BAEST, you guys are fucking, like, and it's like, you really know us? It's like,
were you kind of like, can you listen to my CD,
and you know, usually I hate doing stuff like that, but I convinced myself, and he was just so polite.
So he was like, oh my god.
You guys are fucking awesome.
Well, I'm not surprised because, I mean, guys, you're fucking amazing. There's no question about it. What I love about what you do is you've preserved this really kind of old school sound that has been, for want of a better word, like diluted, I suppose, over time. But I mean, I'm hearing old bolt thrower in tune. It's all in there. Was that the kind of intention? I don't want to make it sound like you all sat down in a room with a focus group and everything, because that's not what this is about. I suppose it's.
We kind of did.
Yeah.
We kind of did.
What would you like us to sound like?
Yeah, but we kind of agreed.
But was it like, let's really try and capture this old school
I think
vibe?
it was, let's really try and be real. Let's try and be rock and roll, and let's have this be something dynamic and something live. Let's do this in a good way, you know.
I actually think the thing that we love about those old bands was like they could only do it rock and roll, and that's why it sounds genuine. They could, you know, they didn't have a lot of ways to cheat, and like computers were expensive back then, I guess, and studios were analog. It's people knowing the instrument and like
you had to know it. So it's like the bands from the 70s.
Yeah.
You couldn't afford to fuck up because
exactly.
it's like you're losing tape.
Exactly. And it's the same thing with the death metal and metal from that period, and we feel greatly inspired by it. So.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of in tune, there, of course, you did the cover of Second to None. Was that the only cover you contemplated in that session? Was there anything else, or
we want to do a cover from Opeth?
Yeah.
And
Sorry, Opeth.
Opeth.
Yeah.
We want to do Blackwater Park at some point.
At some point, yeah.
And we also want to do Carry On My Wayward Son with Kansas.
Yeah, we do.
But we'll see when, because we know how to play it.
Yeah.
And we'll do it when the time is right. Fun fact about Second to None, it's actually Victor, the old bass player from Entombed AD, who's playing in Dimo Borgia today.
Yeah, we just met him.
He wrote the song.
He actually brought us something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've already met him?
Yeah, we just met him.
That's very cool.
And he also did the LG Petrov beer.
Yeah.
There's a beer out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
But
in his honor.
The story about Second to None was that we, of course, toured with them, and every night it was just so banger, man. It was just
proper groovy.
that track just
Proper
stood
groovy.
out. It just stood out.
Yeah.
Even though LG he said that he hated it.
Yeah, but it's the Swedish boogie.
Yeah, it's Swedish boogie.
Swedish boogie. Amazing. Speaking of, this is probably a difficult one for you guys. So speaking of old school, that classic old school death metal sound, what is it? What would be the holy grail album for you? The go-to first one that you think of when you think of?
To me, it's actually perhaps a bit weird because it's kind of a reissue of death metal, but it's Fathomless Mastery
by Bloodbath.
with Bloodbath. Yeah,
Yes.
but that's in honor of the old stuff. But
Yeah.
but it blew my mind when I heard it.
It's the
So-
one that drew the guys together. That sound.
Yeah.
That of course it's kind of new, but it's
Yeah.
really old school.
It's from 2008, I think.
Yeah.
It was important to me as a
Lyrically,
Person.
cover-wise, sonically, it's a
What
perfect
would
death
you
metal
say?
album. For me, it's hard, but I really think Hard Work by Carcass is for me a fresh
That is a
take
great
on
album.
death metal. They're not afraid to do like the great 80s melodies. We talked with some other guy, and the new album we're gonna do now, it's what he said, if Merciful Fate was from Sweden and had to play death metal. That's the thing we want to do. That's what we want to do. So a lot of nice old school classic guitar riffs with death metal vibes.
Speaking of Merciful Fate,
Yes.
I mean, is this the first time you've ever been on the same day?
No.
No,
We
okay.
played with them
Shit, I thought it
I
was-
saw them side stage at Copenhagen, and I was having a good time, and
But
all of a
did you
sudden,
playing on the
on
same
the-
day? Did you guys play on the same day?
no,
as them?
we played the main stage Friday, and they played
But
actually a
is
smaller
this
stage.
the first time that you guys have ever played on the same day as Merciful Fate?
No,
on the same
we did
stage?
Thursday
All
as well.
Thursday this Thursday at Bloodstock. What's it called?
Brutal Assault.
All right, okay, Brutal. Okay.
We met Hank in the hotel foyer, and he was like, "Oh, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Some other guys who speak Danish, man. What the fuck?"
When was this?
Thursday.
All right,
yeah,
okay.
Thursday morning.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, we're super excited that they're.
You
we're
should
here.
check. They're on fire.
Yeah, I saw a little bit. Well, I missed them. I was at Vakin, but I missed them. King walked past me, and I was like, and he was like, "All right, man." And I
He was
just
flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Flabbergasted.
Have you ever met King? Have you ever met King?
No,
We met Hank a couple times.
Right,
Yeah.
as you just said, but
Yeah.
not King. Okay, so what can we expect from BAEST in the months coming ahead as we wind up? I hate to say we're in the middle of summer, but we are essentially going into the end of the year.
Yeah.
So what activity have you got going on? And probably more focusing on 2023. Is there? Are you just is touring just top of the?
23 is about the US, hopefully.
Right.
We'll see. It has to make sense.
Yeah.
We're family guys, so it has to be.
yeah.
It has to be a good tour because we want BAEST to last the next 30 years. So we have to like each other. We have to enjoy working together. Of
course.
But we're writing the new record, and we're doing some shows in Sweden, Germany, Denmark this fall.
Yeah.
And then we're, 23 is open.
Expanding. Yeah. Book us for England
Yeah, man.
or Ireland even.
UK.
Hey,
You wanna come
UK.
Ireland,
all
anywhere,
over.
everywhere.
We fucking love playing in the UK.
Yeah.
It's
Have you guys done Australia and?
No, not yet.
No?
No, not yet.
Only Europe and UK and Denmark.
Only Europe and the UK, so America, South America, Australia. Wow, okay. Anyone watching this, book them.
Book us.
Simple as that. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Lots of great things happening. And I'm sure there'll be some footage online of today's performance. If you did see them, consider yourself super lucky. If you didn't, why didn't you see them? If you're not here, why are you not here?
See you next time.
Check them out online. The usual stuff, support them. Just BAEST all the way.